All reading and writing skills that you're going to teach to your whole class should be executed within short mini lessons. Teachers should identify a single, small skill to teach within a short 10 to 15 minute lesson. And we're going to want to keep these mini lessons short because students don't get better listening to us. They don't get better in the lesson. They get better after the lesson. When they're attempting the skill, they're incorporating it into their own reading and writing. So, what's in a mini lesson? What do you do in that 10 or 15 minutes? There are 4 steps that every reading and writing whole class lesson should include. Step 1 is introduction. This is where you're simply going to announce or name today's skill focus. What do you want to teach them? And remember, keep it small. You're not going to teach them grammar in today's lesson, but you might teach them how to incorporate prepositional phrases into their sentences. You don't teach report writing in a mini lesson. However, today's mini lesson might be how to cite or reference a source within the paragraph. In reading, you would never do a mini lesson on visualization. That's way too big. But maybe today's mini lesson is how to visualize character feelings. It won't take long to accomplish step 1, where you're introducing today's skill. And that leads us right into step 2, instruction. If you know the gradual release of responsibility, then this is the I do part. This is where I, the teacher, am going to demonstrate how to do the skill. I want to model the skill. I want to show them lots of examples. I want to think aloud. You've got to teach students how to execute this reading or writing skill in order for them to ever learn it. In step 2, I do the instruction. But step 3 is we do some interaction. This is where I want them to try the skill as a whole class. I want them to play with it, participate with the skill. I'm there close by to give lots of support, but in the gradual release of responsibility, step 3 is the we do component. This is where you might show them a different sentence and encourage them to work as a class to incorporate a different prepositional phrase. Or show them another paragraph from a report and ask them how they could cite or reference the source based on the facts or the quote. Or maybe I give them another passage about a different character and ask them to visualize the feelings of this one. As you're working through these whole class examples in step 3, interaction, your time is going to quickly tick away. And now you got to get out of this lesson. Step 4 is closure. Remember the gradual release of responsibility. Step 2, I do. Step 3, we do. Step 4 sets up for the you do. Okay, students, here's what I'd like you to do today independently when you're reading or writing. Now remember, it's after the lesson that students get better. So we want to make sure to keep the lesson short. Get to step 4. Close up the lesson. Identify their task and let them try, experiment, and play with the skill more independently. So those are the 4 steps. Every whole class reading and writing mini lesson should honor the gradual release of responsibility as you move through the 4 steps: introduction, instruction, interaction, and closure. Now, I'm not saying that after one 10-15-minute lesson, all your students are going to have mastered this skill, which is why you'll probably continue working on this skill in the next lesson on the next day, and a 3rd day, maybe a 4th. And in all of those 10 to 15 minute lessons, you're going to still follow the same 4 steps. But the difference is the gradual release is shifting. The I do will get shorter and shorter. The we do will get harder and more sophisticated. And the you do tasks become even more independent.